The judges of the Elizabeth Longford Historical Biography Prize are delighted to announce a new development, and that is the foundation of the Elizabeth Longford Brief Lives Essay Award, which is an award for an essay not more than 3,000 words about a figure of historical significance written, and this is key, by a person of 35 or under, a resident in the UK or Ireland. Well, I think the judges of the ELHB really wanted to open up the idea of biography to a wide audience, and especially to get younger historians thinking of this as I think it is, a subtle and interrogative way of looking at history. And biography used to have a kind of belles lettres reputation, which wasn't so good. Now I think people are taking it more seriously again, very properly, and we thought that a competition like this would help bring it into focus. It could also be seen, I guess, as a way of bringing people to think of writing longer biographies, a sort of gateway drug approach, if you like. And I think it's the idea of capsule or short biographies broadening out and thickening out the historical view is a very relevant one. I would advise a young historian entering for this prize not simply to choose somebody as a subject whom they had a passion for or a great identification with. I would encourage them to choose somebody whose life they felt raised questions that a historian's apparatus is required to deal with, and to put them under that particular kind of microscope. They can be sympathetic, they can be empathetic, but the idea of the microscope and the questions raised by any historically important, significant person's life should be at the fore. I think it would probably be the great words of advice that the great historian G.M. Young, who's another historian who wrote about Victorian England in many ways, building in numerous microbiographies into this terrific tapestry. And he said what you had to do is read until you hear the people talking, which I think is what any biographer has to do, and especially when you're going to impose this discipline of a very short conspectus on yourself. Read till you hear the voices, and then follow what you think the voices are saying and put them under that microscope. Know what to leave out, and take a ruthless approach. The great advice of, I think, Carlyle, whenever you'd written something, to read through it, and if anything struck you as particularly fine, to take it out. Well, one reason why the ELHB and now this new essay prize is very close to my heart is that it's such fun working with people like Flora and Antonia Fraser, Rana Mitter, Richard Davenport Hines. We have a lot of fun, and we have a lot of quite high octane disagreement and argument and mild hilarity about the proceedings. The winner of this prize will, I guess, be drawn into that particular discussion. There will be a panel discussion on which several of us will appear about biography after the prize is presented. I think also whoever wins this prize will find a way into, or help be part of a process whereby writing historical biography has come to the fore, I think, recently, partly because, I have to say, of the ELHB prize, but also because of other intellectual movements over the last 20 years, and we'll meet people who are themselves major figures in the historical biographical world, and I hope will be inspired to go on to write full-length biographies with this encouragement.